A Swift Kick in the Ass, episode 138. Life is challenging and difficult. No one gets out alive. Time to suck it up, Buttercup. Get ready for a monster-sized boot aimed to help you get traction on personal change and get living. I am John Curran, your host. Join me as I share my journey exploring the forces that motivate us to change and help us get through whatever life throws at us. A swift kick in the ass. Life on your terms. Welcome to another episode of A Swift Kick in the Ass. This is your host, John Curran, and today's topic, awkwardness. Awkwardness is something that we feel when we're experiencing something new or something, it's a strange feeling. It feels awkward. Oftentimes we most experience this, I think, with physical movement, but there's awkwardness throughout our life. And I'm here to tell you that I think awkwardness is actually a very good thing. And I think it's an indicator that you are heading down the right road. And that you have an opportunity to delve deeper into why you feel so awkward. Now, when you're dealing with physical awkwardness, I can speak from experience that in the last several years, as I've been training to become a black belt in Taekwondo, I'm in my 50s and my body is old. And I have a desk job, and I've had it for many years, and that has taken its toll really on my hips. So it's locked up my hips. Plus, I think I had some injuries. I fell really hard on my tailbone back when I was a kid, several times. And I think that locked up my hips. And it's always felt very awkward to do like dips. I'm not dips, but forgetting the name of the exercise. But yeah, squats. It's always felt awkward to me, and I've just thought, well, that's just the way it is. But it doesn't have to be that way. Awkwardness is an opportunity for us to feel less awkward, but it's something that we have to work at, and we have to choose, really, to work at it. A lot of us will just glance right over our feelings of awkwardness, and that's that. But it's not really the end of the story, because if you have to repeat that movement or repeat that situation, that feeling of awkwardness is not going to change, because you haven't learned from the experience. So, going back to the physical training part of this, as I told you, I'm in my 50s. I'm training to become a black belt, and my hips were hurting like hell. I mean, I made it through the basic training. I'm in the advanced belts now. I'm actually 2 belts away from becoming a black belt, so I'm about a year or so away from achieving my black belt first degree. But I've got old man hips, and it took a lot of dedicated effort to work through it, and it was quite painful, quite honestly. Stretching and putting my body in positions, it felt not only awkward, but it was painful. And a lot of people will not do that, but I recognized that the pain that I felt actually disappeared when I went and did Taekwondo and I did the workout. And yes, it was painful, but it wasn't so excruciating that, you knew something was wrong and you better stop because you're doing more damage. This was not a good pain. It didn't feel good, but I knew that it would result in something good. And as I continued on down this road, what I discovered is that the pain that I feel in my day-to-day life really started to dissipate. First it changed and then it dissipates. And I can see a time where I'm going to be pretty much, I'm going to be pain-free, at least in that area. As you get older, you discover all new sorts of things like, hair growing out of places where hair should not grow. Anyhow, stretching every day, I think, has been key to me doing this. And then the physical exercise, warming up, stretching, warming up, and then actually pushing the limits. And I'm surprised I haven't hurt myself, but I also think about the way I've been doing it has been slow and methodical. And when I hurt, I learned try not to injure myself. And I worked I worked at that. And I think it's easier to not injure yourself when you're just dealing with your own body weight as compared with going to a gym and working out with weights. And you might be able to push a heavy weight, but you're really putting strain and stress on your muscles, your ligaments, your bones. It's tough on your body, and your body's just not equipped to handle it. So you injure yourself. Go about it slow, methodically, do it every day, and it actually starts to become a part of your life. So now I have a stretching routine. So every day I'm meditating, I'm stretching. 2 times a week I'm doing Taekwondo. I feel great. People are commenting how, good I look and I feel great. I look good, I feel good. I mean, that is my kick in the ass. That's my motivation to keep going. And to be at my age and to reach black belt, man, that's freaking cool. I didn't think I could do it. I never thought I could, but here I am. So I'm losing my awkwardness. Of course, look back at my training, and when I first started to train in Taekwondo, talk about awkwardness. Punching, kicking. You think you know how to do these things. You think your body is moving, but our bodies adapt, and it becomes normal. But it's not really normal. It's just the way it is for you at that current time. I think when you start to stretch and you start to exercise and you really start to get yourself in the shape that you should be, meaning like everything's working together as it should, and everything's flowing and nothing's binding, and you're working out the kinks in your own body. Man, I tell you, it's like a new lease on life. I can highly recommend it. So, but the physical aspects of this are just one facet of a multifaceted topic. Awkwardness. You can feel awkward in many, many different ways. How about financial awkwardness? Buying a house. If you've never gone through the process of buying a house, that process is going to feel very awkward. You are going to feel very off balance in that. You're going to feel scared, nervous. Hopefully those are big changes, big commitments, and should make you nervous. Again, this is an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to think about the actions that you're taking. You will overcome your awkwardness as you go through the process. The first time you go through anything, awkward. Sex. Awkward. For some of you, it's still awkward. Work on it. Finance, physical aspects, mental aspects, mental awkwardness. I think that's why a lot of people play games, is because it helps you keep mentally sharp. It keeps you active, keeps everything flowing. And this show is about positive change. And I'm here to give you a swift kick in the ass of motivation to create that positive change in your life. It's going to feel awkward. And that's not a bad thing. It should tell you you're on the right path. So, keep kicking ass. Embrace that awkwardness. And really dive into it and own it, and figure it out. I think you're going to be better off for it. This is your host, John Curran. This is a Swift Kick in the Ass podcast. Catch you later. Peace. This marks the end of another episode of A Swift Kick in the Ass, placing it directly in the can. As much as I like to talk, even I have my limits. It's time to go. Catch me on the next show. For better or worse, whether you like us or not, please leave comments wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on Twitter. Visit our home on the interweb. I think you can leave me a voicemail there. You can also email me at john@aswiftkickintheass.com. It's been my extreme pleasure. I hope you got a lot out of it. I hope you got your ass moving. Until then, until the next time, I'm out of here. Peace.